There was no doubt in my mind. This would solve everything. It was our one true answer. I thought that I had found the solution, that everything would be alright. Instead, I'm left here with a terrible choice. Mayuri. Or Kurisu. One of them must die. I came here because I wanted to be alone. The day before yesterday, I abruptly canceled the attempt to hack CERN. What do I do? Okay, sorry about that. Let's say we go through with the plan and delete the first email. I sent the one about Kurisu's death from CERN's database. That would return us to the Beta world line, where it all began. What would happen then? According to my predictions, our friend, lab member 004, Makase Kurisu, would disappear. Kurisu's not supposed to exist on August 15th. And so, I'm left with two options. Option 1. Hack CERN with the IBN 5100. Erase the first email I sent. It's returning to the Beta world line. Kurisu would disappear. Mayuri will live. CERN will never build a time machine, and the future will be free. Option 2. Don't hack CERN. Keep living here in the Alpha world line. Mayuri will die. CERN will gain control of space-time, and future will be a dystopia where no one is free. I'm supposed to choose? How am I, of all people, supposed to make that choice? There's no way. I don't really care about the future, whether it's free or ruled by CERN. No, I should care. Suzuha entrusted her wish to me. Doesn't that make it my responsibility? But still, it doesn't seem quite real. 20 years is a long time. Right now, only Mayuri and Kurisu matter. We must choose whom to save. I spent 2 long weeks with Kurisu. She's one of us now, an integral part of the lab. I leapt through time again and again. She was the person I relied on most. Always calm, always thoughtful, always ready with a new hypothesis, always there to give me a push when I needed it most. I wouldn't even have the time leap machine if not for Kurisu. It's thanks to her that I made it this far. For all she's done for me, there's no way I can abandon her now. Nor can I let Mayuri die. Everything I've done, I did to save her. Would give anything, even my own life, to see her safe. I want to save Mayuri more than anything else. I will not let Mayuri die. I can't choose. I can't. Kill Kurisu or kill Mayuri. That's what this choice comes down to. Is this how it ends? Suzuha, Ferris, Lukako, Moika. Is this what I sacrificed your memories for? Is there no other option? A loophole that would allow me to save them both? What if Suzuha's time machine? I could return to the Beta World Line and use her time machine to travel to July 28th. No, that won't work. The reason Suzuha leapt to 2010 was to prevent CERN from creating a dystopia. It only occurs on this world line. If I escaped the Alpha World Line, the future Suzuha hoped for would become a reality. She would have no reason to leap back to 2010. On the Beta World Line, Suzuha's time machine won't exist, so I won't be able to use it. Alright. What if I send Kurisu a warning via D-mail? I could warn her not to attend Dr. Nakabachi's presentation. No, that won't work either. The attractor field model still holds. Remember, causality converges. No way. I can't save her. I'm powerless against the will of fate. What should I do? Maybe Mayuri doesn't die in the current world line. Cancelled Moika's D-mail, plus I haven't had an opportunity to check the divergence meter since. The pattern continues. Mayuri's death has been pushed back to the night of the 17th. Mayuri doesn't die between 6:30 and 7 p.m. that night. I won't have to face this horrible decision. I know it's unlikely. I understand that from all my experience so far, but still. Omima runs for 3 days straight, from the 15th to the 17th. The final day. All I'm really doing is holding Mayuri's bags. Omima's not really my thing. The crowd is ridiculous, so I wait off to the side. From time to time, Mayuri appears with new bags for me to guard. Usually a snack for me to share. Most of the day I spend alone. To some extent, I'm here to escape reality. Empty my mind and forget my fears. But even when I close my eyes, I can still hear the footsteps of death approaching. We're finally home. What are you gonna do now? Head straight home? Actually, I was thinking of going to the lab. Need something? Not really, but it's been a while since I got to relax with Okarin. I'm a little hungry, so I'll buy some juicy chicken #1 on the way. Back to the lab then. Hey Okarin, why did you come with my Yushi today? Oh, gotta go? Alright, Kato Cross. 3 AM for you? Oh man. Yeah, if it was my actual, I'm like about 2, no. I usually start my stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and or Saturday, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, so about 3 hours from now. I usually start my stream when it's about 6 in the morning for you, so... I'm glad you at least got to tell me about the science adventure series, some Steins Gate, and that you knew the song that I chose for the opening. But you take care, and I will definitely check out the science adventure series and possibly look into checking out the original Steins Gate as well. But hopefully you can make a future stream in case I ever do more Steins Gate or anything else that you find interesting. But you take care. You're in the club now. You're a member, so remember, you're always welcome here. Alright, back to Steins Gate. Hey, Okarin, why did you come with Mayushi today? Never come with me to Kamima before. You're not interested in Moe, right? I like robot anime. Not so much that I'd line up early in the morning for Kamima each year, like Daru and Mayuri do. Why did you come with me today? Well... okay. Steins Gate subreddit should have the information. Okay. Thank you, Kato Cross. I'll definitely do some deep diving. I didn't want to do too much research because I didn't want to spoil anything for myself, so... Tim Kara. She going to... Well, you're not wrong. She's been doing that. Hopefully she stops doing that, but... I'll be sure to do some research. We'll see what happens. To confirm your death. Those words pop into my head. I quickly shake them away. I so set on Mayuri dying. I want her to live, remember? Well, I just felt like it. Oh. Is your overlay covering the name of whoever's speaking? Or is that not shown in Elite? It's not shown. I've never had the dialogue. That's kind of been an issue. Excess sloth. Excess sloth. Sorry, my bad. My eyes. Very little sleep. Maximum time for Steins Gate. I kind of have to, like, do a guess about who's speaking, so I get it wrong sometimes, but yet another reason why the original is still a top choice to play. Suddenly, silence. 7 days straight, yep. It's a first. Maybe even the last. What else can I say? How do you tell someone they're going to die? Lukako. I thought maybe you'd managed to get Lukako to cosplay, so I came to laugh at him. Too bad he didn't come. Yeah, Luga-kun would be super popular if he did come, though. People would take his picture and post it all over the internet, then everyone in the world would see how cute he is. And after he became a superstar, Mayushi would see him on TV and think, wow, he's gone so far. That's a Braun voice for Mayuri. It's scary, because it's true. Okarin? Thank you for today. Why are you thanking me? Well, like I said, this is the first time Okarin's ever come to Kamima with me. It made Mayushi really happy. But you know what would make me even happier? If you cosplay next time. Yeah, I'll think about it. That's right. Don't think negative thoughts. Think about a fun, bright future. Really? You'll cosplay for me? Only if you cosplay too. Lukako too, and Christina. Of course, convince them to cosplay first. If you manage that, then I, the great and insane mad scientist Hoin Kiyoma, will grace Kamima with my august presence. All of us laughing and smiling together. Just imagine a future like that. Wow, it's gonna be tough. But it sounds really fun too. Besides, I think Chris-chan secretly wants to cosplay, so there's hope. Mayushi's gonna do her best. Oh, here it comes. We arrive at the lab. Got a bad feeling about this. Is Moika going to ambush us? On the previous world line, I forgave Moika and Tenoji. That has already been undone. This is a new world line. The Rounders are still alive. They're still after the time leap machine. Wait here, Mayuri. I walk down the streets towards Kuramabashi Dori. I'm careful not to take my eyes off Mayuri. Surveyed the surroundings, searching for any signs of enemy presence. Oh no. What? What do I do? What do I do? Will I die in Mayuri's place? If that will save her. If that will end this, maybe it's for the best. No, I don't want to die yet. Two contradictory emotions collide in my mind. My body doesn't know which way to turn. Will I be the one to die? Hunkarine! Something slams into my back. And there, lying in the center of the road, is Mayuri. Oh, she saved him. Mayuri! Did she protect me? It's not what I wanted. Okay. Mayuri, I'm sorry. It's my fault. Finally, Mayushi was... Her hand wanders as if sinking something. Useful to Okarin. Why do I come at the worst of saddest times? Sora. No. But... this time, it's too much. This time, it's all my fault. Mayuri. Can't see the stars from here. How could this happen? Why did she have to die like this? What possible meaning could this death have? Mayuri's death can't be avoided. You mean we're finally useful to... Tell me, Mayuri! The sky is blue. On the roof of the lab after clocking back 54 hours for 2 time leaps. Wanted more time to think, that's why I came back. Ow, this equation has no solution. No matter what choice I make, someone dies. Suzuha told me. 2010 is a point of great divergence at the attractor field level. Sad noises. I think that divergence has already been commenced by the time I sent the D-mail reporting Kurisu's death. So when did divergence begin? Now that I think about it, reading Steiner activated that day, when I sent the D-mail that started it all. That moment, every pedestrian and vehicle on the main street of Akiba suddenly vanished. It was the moment I moved to the Alpha World Line. The real problem is the timing of the D-mail. I moved to the Alpha World Line after Kurisu died. If I had sent the D-mail before she died, then I might have been able to intervene, even now on this world line. Who killed her anyway? I still don't know. What if I identify the murderer and send the D-mail warning them off to prevent her death? The more I think about it, the more futile it seems. Hey, Danger Zone, Muglord! Welcome to the stream. And, no problem, Excess Leth. You're gonna go check out SG0. I hope you have some fun. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate you, and thank you for joining the club. Like I told my tired brain, was it just like I told Kato Cross, part of the club now, so you're always welcome to join any future streams. And if you don't come back, or I don't see you again, then I hope you have a good rest of your day. And, you know, you're always welcome. So, till then, thank you again for joining the club. You want to know whose fault this is? Oh man, when fate wants someone dead, nothing can stop it. Is there really no way to save Kurisu? It's the rock's fault! Damn that rock! Ow. You don't want to know. The rock's powers are beyond comprehension. There you are. What are you doing here? Nothing. How did you know I was here? You said you wanted to be alone. I read the numbers and concluded that I had the greatest probability of finding you here. Then leave me alone. You don't have to look for me. I'm not a lost little boy. Hey, is that how you treat someone who's worried about you? Not that I'm worried about you or anything. I was gonna leave you alone at first. You've been acting weird the last couple of days. I mean, you're always weird, but more than usual. You look like a kid forced to eat crappy oatmeal. What happened? So she's a tsundere. Yep. She definitely is. My Yuri is better. Also, Danger Zone, happy belated anniversary of thy birth. You look like a kid forced to eat crappy oatmeal. What happened? Nothing. Why did you cancel the cracking of CERN? You're the one who said we shouldn't. Not like I care or anything, Baka. Aw, shot times. Oh, so you're afraid of triggering arrest flags. I get it. You should praise me for obeying the law for a change. It's not like you at all. What happened to your ego? What happened to the insane mad scientist Hoin Kyo? To hell with my ego! This time it's not that simple. I forced my ego on others before. Suzuha, Ferris, Lukaku. I sacrificed their dreams for the sake of my goal. Justified it by telling myself that it was necessary to save Mayuri. I weighed their suffering against the alternative and made my self-righteous choice. This time, the alternatives are impossible to compare. I have to choose which friend to let die. It would be so much easier if I knew what was right. Which friend to let die? What are you talking about? I'm just a student, Christina, you know. The insane man scientist, Hoin Kiyoma, it's just a fantasy. A character I made up. I bet you had no idea. I may have figured that out when we first met. What if I hadn't found Kurisu's body back then? If I hadn't seen Kurisu dead, I wouldn't have interrogated her before the seminar at ATF. Without hearing me call her a zombie, she wouldn't have taken an interest in me. She wouldn't have come to the lab. Ultimately, we would never have built the time leap machine, leaving me without the means to save Mayuri. we would not be as close as we are right now. Tell me, Okabe, what do you mean? I have to tell you. You've never hesitated to ask me for help before. Don't hold back now. Then prepare yourself. What I'm about to tell you is the absolute truth. And it could also be your death sentence. Huh? Remember what I told you before? When we delete the D-mails from CERN's database, we'll reach the Beta World Line, where Mayuri doesn't die. Where CERN doesn't take over the world, right? Everyone lives. Everyone is free. You made it sound perfect. Perfect. It's anything but. Remember the D-mail that started it all? On the Beta World Line, the events described in the D-mail actually happened. Gasp. I mean, anime gasp. Urisu is a genius. I have no doubt that she understands. There's a reason I thought she was dead. Urisu, on the Beta World Line. Die on July 28th. And according to the attractor field model, nothing can prevent that from happening. I want to save Mayuri. I have no choice but to let you die. Damn. Damn. Urisu says nothing. She's staring across the cityscape. Her eyes look distant. I see neither fear nor sadness in her face. She seems accepting. Oh no. Here it comes. Hey, Okabe? Credible do you find the attractor field model? Credible? It's all second-hand info from John Teeter. From Amane-san, isn't it? I get that it's the accepted model in 2036. How exactly did scientists prove the existence of attractor fields? Are you trying to say the model may be wrong? I know for certain that convergence exists. I've experienced it firsthand. If they're right about convergence, what about the relationship between world lines? The moment I change world lines, everything is reconstructed. Past, present, and future. That's just from your perspective, Okabe. Once you go to the Beta World Line, the me that your brain perceives will die. In other words, your perspective will have chosen the world line where I die instead of the one where I don't. However, why can't the world your brain perceives be different from the world my brain perceives? Different worlds for each brain, huh? Forgot her specialty was neuroscience. You're saying world lines are independent? Like trains, maybe? Trains? Let me give you an easy example. If I want to take the train from Akiba to Yokohama, which route should I use? You choose to take the Yamanote Yamanote line to Tokyo Station, then transfer the Tokaido main line for the rest of your trip. But take the Yamanote line to Osaka, then transfer to the Shonan Shinjuku line. Another person, say Hashida-san, might decide to take the Kianchoko line for some Tohoku line for some reason. And Mayuri might ride the Shinkansen from Tokyo. You and I ride the same train until Tokyo Station, but from there, we ride different lines while still aiming for the same destination. That applies to the universe? You're claiming the existence of parallel worlds? I like to use my imagination too, sometimes. But where's the proof that there's only one world? Suzuha said so, and then there's reading Steiner. In other words, an unknown time traveler and your unexplained superpower. And we knew Suzuha.